Hi all, good evening. Monday is maths exam. So everyone will talk about only a particular subject in maths. All these subjects are one part together and maths is a separate. Why like that? Why we are looking it in a different way, special way, particular way? Because of that, the tension is created automatically. I feel because this is one among the other subjects. If we treat it equally with other subjects, we will not have any tension like this. Okay, now day after tomorrow is maths examination on Monday, so we need to get rid of this tension first. Okay, I'll give you a few tips for it, whatever I know, the little I'll share with you. Anyway, I am Ramana and retired teacher and worked for 35 years in CBSE schools and 33 years in a single school, that is Bhavan's BHEL. Okay. Now I am working in a international school in Myanmar. Okay. Let us come to the point. Everyone will prepare and go to the examination. Definitely. Preparation part we cannot say one has prepared very well and another one is less. We cannot calculate or measure it. Definitely, it's your responsibility. You'll prepare and go. But why some are getting very good marks and why some are not getting the expected marks? The reason. So you are learning from past 1 year or 8 months or 10 months. So, but your fate, your marks will decide only in 3 hours time. Only in 3 hours. Okay, whoever plans those 3 hours correctly in the examination hall definitely will score very good marks. Very good marks, I assure you. Preparation part is same I said for everyone. But presentation in 3 hours is very important. So let us come to the uh, algorithm. We are going to the examination. So you will meet your friends outside the examination hall. You reach there by I think so 9 or 9:30. You'll be meeting so many of your classmates and discuss about the subject. That is one thing we are not supposed to do. What happens, someone will ask you, did you do this sum, a particular sum? Probably we might not have done it. Then tension starts. Suppose if it comes in examination, what can I do? It may come or may not come. That is a different create tension. Okay, if someone says like that, okay, I chodo. Sure, leave it. Whatever I learnt, I'll write and come. Okay, we'll talk something else. Okay, quietly go to the hall. There, after going to the hall, you need to relax for a few minutes. Relax, put down your pen, everything, relax. Just you can close your eyes also. They say yourself, I can do the paper very well. That I can, this word will give you boost. Very important word for everything. You say yourself, I can. I can gives you confidence. I can do. Okay? Then just close your eyes and make your mind empty for 2 minutes. Nothing is there, no mass, nothing. Nothing. Then slowly open your eyes. Then I'll do whatever I know. Whatever I know, I'll do it very well. Say yourself like that. Then read the paper. Next part. When you are reading the paper, definitely there will be few questions for above average students. See, 100% paper will be divided among the three categories. One is above average, average, below average. Whoever sets the paper, they set keeping these three groups in mind. Here, the major percentage weightage will be given to the below average students. Okay, say I don't know. I'm saying it is 60%. It is then 20%, 25% here and 15% here, total 100%. Questions will be given like that only. So 15% of 80, see how much it comes to? 15% of 80. This is 120, yes, 12. 12 marks. 12 marks is meant for above average students. Okay, so what is our tendency? By seeing those 2, 3, 4 questions, let us say, for above average students, we feel that the paper is very difficult. We'll decide ourselves like that. Paper never be lengthy, never be very difficult, and do not expect any paper to be very easy also. It will be set according to these percentages, keeping below average students mainly in mind. Right? Suppose if you come across 3 questions are difficult, we should not say difficult, maybe twisted questions. Twisted questions. If you read it more, through 2 times or 3 times, or think a little more, definitely you can answer those also. But these questions, put them aside. Say yourself, these questions are not meant for me, it is meant for some other group. Say yourself like that. I am not saying you to leave it completely. Temporarily, say yourself that these questions are not meant for me. And how to answer the questions? Start with any section. Any section you can start with. But following time for every question is very important. If you follow that time, definitely you can answer all the questions, and little time will be left at the end. It will be left. Do not say the paper is lengthy or time is short. Both are fixed by the board. Both are fixed. It is same for everyone. Why some people are doing in within the time, and why well, if you are saying that the paper is lengthy and time is not sufficient, that means management. Management of time is very important. So now I have to come to the point. 3 questions are little twisted. We're not getting idea by looking at the beginning. Put them aside. You have 35 questions more. So in that 20 are objective, right? In be careful in objective. Objective also you may come across little understanding questions, conceptual questions, twisted questions. Okay, whatever you are not getting, temporarily put them aside. Think, say that they are not meant for you, and answer the questions whatever you know the best first. The best. You can start with any section, but write the question number correctly. So your section B starts with the 21st question, 21 to 25, and section C starts from 26 to 31, and next 32 to 35. These are 4 questions, 5 marks. Then last 3 are case study questions. You can start with anything. Suppose you are starting with section C, same numbers you write. Do not write your own numbers. As they are given in the question paper, same number should be followed. And one more, recent instructions are given by the board, and your question number should be written on the left side margin. It is a rule. If you write somewhere else, the question will not be evaluated. It is given by the board. So it is 26th question. Yes, write like this. And right side, the calculations. That also board made it mandatory. Your calculations against this 26 question must be in this area. The reason is very important actually. Why it is given like this is for your benefit only. Generally, even in your class works also, we'll do the calculations in the last page of the book. There are 2 disadvantages. One is, for every calculation you need to turn all the pages. Now you will be given 40 pages book for maths. And other subjects you are given 32, I think. Now it is a 40 pages book. In that, 3 graph sheets will be there. Okay. So all 40 pages you need to turn back. So at least few seconds will be wasted. Suppose if you turn the page for 15%, 15 into few seconds, definitely it's in minutes. So time will be wasted. That is one. Another thing is, suppose if you do the calculations at the end, say a multiplication, I got the answer 124. At the back is done. I need to carry it to the question here. When you are carrying it, we may write it as 142 or sometimes 421 or 412. Quite possible. Quite possible. This is this is called a psychological disorder. This is called numerical dyslexia. When you will have, even I have, I'll think in mind 24. While writing, I may write it as 42. Suppose if the number appears here itself besides the sum on the right side margin, yes, you can look and write as answer as 124. Then you will not commit any kind of mistake. Okay, that is one thing. Next, writing answer as a last step, that we call it as a concluding step, or what do we call final step, that carries half mark. Suppose in a question it is asked to find the speed. So x you will take and write as like this. Definitely you will lose half mark. What is x actually? X is usual speed or original speed. This step carries half mark for every question. Solve questions. X is somewhere and y is somewhere values. Both together you write as last step like this. X is equal to something and y. Writing answer is very important. And these kind of tips must be kept in mind. And see, getting 79 is so easy out of 80. But getting 80 is very difficult. Very difficult. Because if you miss the what we call units or last answer, or missing some statements in the middle, steps, formula, everything will be considered. One who gets 80 marks, he or she are said to be Miss Perfect or Mr. Perfect. Okay, so for 80 marks paper, the examiners, minimum 6 people will check 80 marks paper. Minimum 6. Maybe the all the examiners in the room also may check 80 marks paper. What they try to do, they try to minus the points, delete the half mark. If half mark is deleted from 80, it comes to 79 and a half. This will not be rounded off to the next figure. It will be brought to the number 79. Remember, so 78 and a half is same 79. 79 and a half also is 79. That's why getting 80 is difficult. Difficult in the sense, if you check at the end every question, then it is possible to get 80 marks. But 79, most of the people will get 79 marks. And where do we lose most of the marks? One is in MCQs, and another one is case study sums. These two, you must be careful. In these two areas only, it is given. So in objective questions, all concepts, basics will be asked. What kind of basics? Suppose you are finding HCF and LCM. If the question is given, directly, find the HCF of like this, like this. Okay. Least power in x is x cube, least power in y is y. That will write it. How it will be little twisted if p there p is equal to x cube y square Q is equal to x to the power of y. I cannot call it as a twisted question also. Find HCF of, it is like this. Finally, you are finding HCF only, but instead of giving directly like this polynomial is given as P and the other polynomial as Q, like this. And now, how to allocate time to complete your paper in time, the scheduled time, in scheduled time. See, 1 mark questions. Average time I am giving you. You can spend 1.5 minutes per question. There will be 30 questions, sorry, 20 questions, and the time spent is here 30 minutes. Okay, 1.5 into 20. 1 mark questions you can spend at the most 1.5 minutes. Average time, that is. What do you mean by average time? Some questions may take 3 minutes also, 1 mark questions. And some questions may not take any time. Right? Suppose one question 3 marks, another question no time has taken, you directly wrote the answer. 2 questions you wrote in 3 minutes. 3 divided by 2. That is called average. 1.5 minutes. Next, 2 marks questions. You can spend 5 marks, 5 minutes per question. There will be 5 questions. 5 into 5, 25 minutes. Then 3 marks. Let us see whether it will work out or not. Just writing. 7 minutes will take. How many questions are there? 6. 6 into 7, 42. Then we'll have 4 marks that they are case study sums. We can take 8 minutes. There will be 3 sums, 24 minutes. Then section D, 5 marks questions. You can spend 10 minutes on an average. Yes, there will be 4 questions into 40. See the time. So 11, 7, 161 minutes you are getting on the whole for answering the paper. You are given 180 minutes, 3 hours means. Subtract it, 19 minutes will be left. Even if you can take 4 more minutes also, even if you take 165 minutes, then 15 minutes will be left. That is meant for checking your answers. So when it's possible, why do we say that the time is not sufficient? I'll tell you. You'll take one problem. You are not able to solve from the middle of the sum. Then you are go on trying. You are 20 minutes to 25 minutes you waste for one problem. Definitely the paper looks lengthy and time looks short. Suppose you are not getting after 3 steps, stop it there. Leave some gap. Go to the next sum. Just 1 minute to think more. That's it. 1 minute only. If it is to the next problem, then your time will definitely you can answer within this time. And one who checks his or her paper at the end, you will find your mistakes. Who cannot find his or her mistakes is, suppose even I don't know anything whether I wrote it correct or not. Even if I check it also, whatever I wrote it looks correct only. But you are all prepared, well prepared and went to the examination hall. Definitely you will know your mistakes. Where mistakes we get minus plus calculations like that. And where we get calculations again, one is in starting from linear equations, forming equations there, quadratic equations, calculations you'll have in arithmetic progressions, then mainly mensuration part, and then statistics. In these areas you'll have calculations. And mainly in mensuration, that too, volumes and surface areas, you will be given a combination of two or three solids. Okay, it is a combination of, let us say, a hemisphere and a cone. We are finding it surface area. Pi RL plus 2 pi r square is surface area. We'll come to surface area also when we are talking about uh, topics individually. I'll tell you tips there. So, what generally you do is you'll calculate pi RL. You'll calculate 2 pi r square. Then calculations part is becoming more. Okay, instead of that, if you take common and do it, here also you'll save time. And calculation part sometimes may be very difficult also. Suppose 7 may not divide here. Here 7 may not divide. After taking LCM, sorry, common, it may divide here. That is the advantage. And one more thing. Suppose if you do calculate separately, if pi RL went wrong, from there onwards everything goes wrong. If you take common, somewhere at the end you lost the calculation, then half mark will be cut. You need not do so many marks. So please, that's what I told you now in the beginning of the class. Whoever manages in the examination for 3 hours, managing means your time and tension-free mind. These two, then definitely you will score very good marks. And presentation, I told you now, write the question numbers at the left and right side only the calculations. Question numbers should be written in the margin like this. And answer should be written lastly as a last step, concluding step we call it. There we need to write the answer. And when your mind becomes fresh is, do not prepare in the late night one day before. Relax. Relax as much as possible. It's better to sleep at 9:30 in the night before day of the examination. Okay, get up at 6 o'clock. Do not start solving the problems. Go through the fundamental points like formulae. What are the tips? Like that. Important points, theorem statements. Or if possible, once you can go through the theorem. And prepare 2 theorems in triangles and 2 theorems in circles. And one more thing, coming to trigonometry applications part, the figure is mandatory. Okay, the figure is not drawn, complete sum is solved, and figure is drawn but wrong figure. In that case, you will be given 0 marks. Examiner will evaluate your particular question from applications of trigonometry if the figure is perfectly correct. Okay, then only you will evaluate. Otherwise, if the figure is wrong or not drawn, you will put simply 0 and go to the next question. Okay, and when it becomes a wrong figure, everything answer also correct and steps are all correct. And when angle of depression is given, if you do not draw a parallel line to the base, angle of depression. If this line is not drawn, you will get the answer, steps, everything correct, values are correct. But because of that one line, this becomes a wrong figure. If it is a wrong figure, you will be given 0. See, those who are expecting more than 70 marks, be careful, such mistakes do not do. Okay, so yeah, do not lose the marks for unnecessarily. So next, coming to the important questions, we will talk about always because no one knows what questions will be asked in this. But frequently asked questions in chapter wise, let us see. real numbers. Real numbers. One is direct question finding HCF, LCM. This question will be asked in two ways. One is find the HCF or LCM of the following numbers by prime factorization. Another way of asking is find HCF or LCM using fundamental theorem of arithmetic. What is fundamental theorem of arithmetic? Any composite number can be expressed as a product of prime numbers in a unique way, irrespective of their order. Order may be anything. Suppose 6 is a composite number. We'll write the factors either 2 into 3 or 3 into 2. Both are prime numbers. There is no other way of writing 6 factors, prime factors. So this is called fundamental theorem of arithmetic. So when HCF, LCM questions are asked, it can be asked in either way. And next one, extension of that question, after finding HCF and LCM, it may be asked to verify the relationship between two numbers and HCF and LCM. That is one. And next one, proving root 3 is irrational or 5 plus 3 root 2 is irrational, like that combination. Here also, there are two ways of asking question. See, this question is there. How to ask in two ways? It will be given that if root 2 is irrational, then prove that 5 plus 3 root 2 is irrational. In this case, we need not prove root 2 is again irrational. It is already given. Root 2 is given already irrational. So we need not prove. So we will start like this. 3 plus or 5 plus 3 root 2 is let it be equal to b by q comma a by b. Here a and b are integers. So carry 5 to the other side. 3 root 2 is equal to a by b minus 5. Root 2 is equal to 1 by 3 times a by b minus 5. Okay, now we will conclude the sum as where root 2 is irrational and the right side part is rational. An irrational number never be equal to a rational number. So our assumption is wrong. So 5 plus 3 root 2 is irrational. Like that we will conclude the sum. But if it is not given, first we need to prove that root 2 is irrational. Then this part, the complete sum, it will be like one page. Okay, this is another question important in real numbers. And next is why this cannot end with 0. Okay, you know the answers. We did not discuss the solutions. And next one, explain this is a composite number. So all this can be answered if you know the correct meaning of composite number. Composite number meaning is a number if a number has more than 2 factors. We need to show that this has more than 2 factors without actual calculation. Do not multiply all these, then add and then show the factors. That is wrong. Wrong in the sense, not. It will be given in the question also without actual multiplication or calculation. Here what to do is 13 into 17 into 5 into 11 plus 1. This is the number. How to show 3 factors now? This 13 alone, write it as the remaining same. Now count the number of factors. 13 is one factor, 1 is one factor, the remaining bracket is another factor. So you are getting 3 factors. 3 factors. So it is a composite number. These are few questions important in real numbers. Coming to polynomials. One is finding zeros. Find the zeros of the given polynomial and verify the relationship between zeros and coefficients. That is complete question. Next, reverse. If zeros are given, how to get the polynomial? And what kind of questions will be asked in objective there? How many zeros are there for a quadratic polynomial? Only two. Correct? Reverse question. How many polynomials can be formed with given two zeros? Again, answer is infinite. Infinite polynomials can be formed. That's why you are writing k into x square minus sum of zeros into x plus product of zeros. So k can be anything. So infinite number of polynomials. Next, alpha beta sums you see no. If alpha beta are zeros of a polynomial like this, there are two kinds of questions here also. Find the value of alpha square 1 by beta or 1 by alpha square plus 1 by beta. These are one kind of questions. The other kind of question is, if alpha beta are the zeros of this polynomial, find another polynomial whose zeros are 3 alpha and 3 beta. Two types of questions in our alpha beta. One is finding the value of this. Another one is finding a polynomial whose zeros are 3 alpha and 3 beta. Okay, what else we have? A quadratic polynomial represents a parabola. This is a quadratic polynomial. If A is positive, your graph will be like this upwards parabola. It looks like a cup. And if A is negative, it will be downwards parabola. I think no other sum, different sum in a polynomial. Cubic polynomial, zeros will not be asked. It will be asked to form a polynomial if three zeros are given. Then you will write the formula. If alpha, beta, gamma are the zeros, the polynomial is x cube minus sum of zeros into x square, sum of product of zeros taken to at a time, minus alpha, beta, that is product of zeros. Using that, you can find the polynomial if three zeros are given. The reverse process it will not be asked because long division is deleted. No, that's why it will not be asked. This is about polynomials. Next, one more thing is find the zeros from the graph in the objective questions. So, if a graph is given like this, find the zeros. It is not a complete question. It will be given that the polynomial is in x or in y. If it is y is equal to f of x or p of x, the meaning of this is polynomial is in x. Then we will see the points, intersecting points on x-axis. There are four. So 4 zeros. If the polynomial is like this, x is equal to f of y, then we count the zeros on y-axis because polynomial is in y. How is the polynomial in y? Y square minus 3y plus 4 like this. Then this 1 0. So before answering the number of zeros, see the variable there. It is in x in or in y. Then only write the number of zeros. Do not blindly count always on x-axis. Okay, coming to the third chapter, that is linear equations with variables. One is two methods, elimination and substitution. Mostly substitution method may be asked particularly. Solve by substitution method. If you follow elimination method, same answers you'll get, but marks will not be given. Answer will be same, but particularly method is asked there. Substitution method. Okay, this is one thing. And practice one graph sum. But actually, it is not asked in now recent years, but it is better to practice one or two sums in graph. Next, word problems. In word problems also, reduced to linear form questions are deleted actually. Okay, word problems, how to find the equation. That is important. If you are able to form the equations, definitely you can solve it by any method you like, either maybe elimination or substitution method. Here, one more thing given in word problems. Do not read any word problem at a stretch. At a stretch, we'll read in English comprehensions or in Telugu paragraphs to answer the following questions. But in maths, make it into pieces. Make it into pieces. Then you can easily write the equations. See, for example, a father is one more than twice son's age. A father is one more than twice son's age. So you are taking father as x years, son as y years. See, read the sentence in mind, write the equation simultaneously. Father x is one more than twice son. What? Very simple to write the equation. Or this can be written as 2y plus 1 also, doesn't matter. After 5 years, father will become x plus 5 and son will become y plus 5 because everyone's age will be increased in the same way. My age cannot be constant. That will be constant only for cinema people. There will be always 16 years. Correct? So here father's age increased and son's also increased. Then our relation is after 5 years, father is twice son's age or thrice son's age. Then it will be written like father will be twice two use bracket son's age. Another equation. Read any word problem slowly. It is not difficult to form equation. Even in trigonometry also, applications part, read it slowly. From a point on the ground, the angle of elevation of a tree or a pole. In that case, stop there. This is the ground. This is the tree or a pole. From a point, the angle of elevation is over. Automatically, triangle will be formed. Then continuation will be given. Accordingly, you can finish the figure. Okay, coming to one more thing in linear equations in two variables. Main important point is conditional sums. One is if a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by, you need to remember three words. Any word may be asked in the question. One is the system of equations will have unique solution. Unique solution means only one solution. One value for x, one value for y. That is the meaning of unique solution. And we'll say that system of equations is consistent. The meaning of consistent is if the system of equations has at least one value, then we say it is consistent. And a similar word will be used is intersecting lines. If you draw a graph for a particular region, you'll get intersecting lines. So when a question is asked, any one of these three words may be used. So for all these three words, the condition is same. Similarly, suppose the first two ratios are same and last one not same. Here we need not bother about C1 by C2, whatever it may be. Here C1 by C2 not equal to, then it will not have any solution. Then we say the system of equations is consistent and we'll get parallel lines. How to relate? Parallel lines do not meet anywhere, so no solution. Simple. Intersecting lines, definitely they intersect at only one point, that's why unique solution. Next, third one, all three ratios are same. Then we say that it has many solutions or infinitely many solutions, both are same. And we can say it is a consistent or dependent. One depends on the other. If you draw the graph, you will get coinciding lines. That means one lies on the other. Why do it have infinite number of solutions? Is a line consists of infinite number of points we learned in smaller classes. Infinite number of points. Every point in the graph is a solution for the equations. Because infinite number of points, there are infinite number of solutions. Okay, that is about linear equations in two variables. And next coming to chapter 4, that is quadratic equations. Here important is one is solving the equation by splitting the middle term, or if you are not able to do that, you'll use the formula, quadratic formula. Yes. And here b square minus 4ac as discriminant, and nature of the roots depend on this. Here also three conditions. Here three conditions very important. One person definitely will get it. In both you'll get one each. B square if b square minus 4ac is greater than 0. The meaning of greater than 0 is positive. So you will get the roots as real and unequal. If b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, the roots are real and equal. Third one, if b square minus 4ac you will get negative is less than 0, then you will not get any real roots. We call them imaginary roots or complex roots. And based on this, how questions you asked, I'll write a question here. See how to solve it. Find the value of k if x square or 2x square minus 3x plus 4k is equal to 0 has real roots. It's not given equal or not equal. These two are not given. Equal roots are not equal roots. It's not given. So only it is given real. In that case, how to write? B square minus 4ac can be greater or equal. We'll combine these two and write this. How to write Syria? B square is minus 3 whole square minus 4 into 2 into 4k greater than this symbol should be continued. Here 9 minus this is 32k greater than or equal to 0. Minus 32k is greater than or equal to minus 9. Here we do the mistake. We'll cancel minus on both sides and continue. That will become a wrong answer. We cannot cancel minus sign if this is inequality symbol. Inequality means greater than or less than symbols are said to be inequality symbols. How to solve this one? Next step, this as reverse the order. Example with numbers also I'll show you now. K is less than or equal to 9 by 32. This is the answer. Look at this example. 5 is greater than 3. Definitely. Suppose if I change the signs, minus 5, minus 3. The symbol will automatically change it to opposite, less than. Because negative numbers are all on left side of 0. You see the number line? 0. These are all negative numbers. These are all positive numbers. All these numbers, if you go to left side, the numbers will be decreasing in order. Right side, they will be increasing in order. That's why positive numbers are always greater than negative numbers. 0 is greater than all negative numbers. So here you will get minus 3, here minus 5. Minus 5 is left of minus 3. So it is a smaller than that. But look at the other side. This is 3, this is 5. Here 3 is on the left side of 5. So 5 is greater. So here we need to change the inequality sign whenever you are changing the symbols. And here also word problems are so many kinds of word problems are there in quadratic equations. One is number related questions. Next 2-digit number sums, fraction sums, age related, speed time. Then geometry based questions. These many kinds of questions are there in quadratic. and progressions. Coming to progressions, which formula? We have only two formulas there. AN formula and SN formula. So if you find the words like find 10th, second, third, which term, in all these words we use nth term formula only. It's just mean English meaning only. For SN it will be definitely you will find the word sum of, or how much money is saved in 7 days. 7 days, that means all days together only 7 days means. So there also we use SN only. We can use short formula for this n by 2 into a plus l. When you find first term and the last term, then only we use that one. Otherwise, no. There also one sentence form, one some in textbook it is there. Which term of the series, just example I am writing, which term of the series is 53 more than or 132 more than its 53rd term? The question is like that. Which term of this, I did not remember 3, 7, 10, something like this, 4, 11, like this. Which term means we will write the formula, right according to the question. Which term is 132 more than 54th term? A plus. Now see the progression and put the values. That's what I mean. Any sentence formation is there, read it slowly. Do not read the complete sentence at once. It's not English comprehension. It's not paragraph, any story, right? Next, coming to triangles. In triangles, both the theorems are important, BPT and its converse, and then sums related on that. And these two theorems you need to remember in very short way, very short way. How? If you find a parallel line, the sides are, the parts are proportional. The other two sides are divided proportionally. And if you see the parts ratio are equal, then these two are parallel to each other. That is a converse. Suppose value, see here also some kind of, see I'll tell you, this is 2 and 3, this is 5, this is x. Here we cannot use BPT. The other two sides are divided in the same ratio. These two are divided in the same ratio, not somewhere in the middle. So this question can be solved by taking similarity only. Similarity only. Prove that this triangle and this triangle are similar, then take the ratios. So two theorems are important, BPT and converse. Geometry carries 15 marks, two chapters together, easy to score. Coming to circles, because we'll complete geometry part. Circles, there also we have two theorems, and any question in circles or triangles based on a particular theorem only. Without theorem, there is no question in geometry. So two theorems are, one is radius is perpendicular to tangent, short form. Next one, tangents from external point are equal. Remember like that if you want to solve the questions in geometry. Okay, so see, this is radius, this is tangent. Why radius and tangent must be in this position only? No, it need not be. So anywhere, suppose if I draw tangents like this, these two are perpendicular, these two are perpendicular. If I draw one more, these two are also perpendicular. Position may be different, but theorem does not change. Similarly, tangents from external point are equal. Why only this figure? No need. Suppose we have a problem, eighth problem in the textbook. like this. A, B, C, D. Prove that AB plus CD is equal to AD plus BC. Important sum. And even 11th problem, continuation of this. If the outside quadrilateral is a parallelogram, prove that it is a rhombus. Continuation it is. Here see A, B, C, D, all these are external points to the circle. Tangents from external point are equal. So name them, solve it. AP and AS are equal, DR and DS equal, RC and CQ, so on. So coordinate geometry. Coordinate geometry also we have two formula only. What are two formulae? Distance formula. Whole square. Here also, when do we use which formula? This is another question. Why I am telling only two formulas, centroid and midpoint formula are based on this section formula only. The part of it. That's why. So this is used. I'll tell you points. When distance is asked directly, that is one. Next, if you find the word, prove that they are collinear. 3 points will be given. Collinear means if sum of two distances is equal to third distance, then we say that 3 points are collinear. Like see here example PQR. In this figure, if you add PQ and QR, you are getting PR. Then the points PQR said to be collinear. Now you are finding the coordinates of this Q. These two will be given and ratio will be given. Clear? In this case also, we use distance formula. And next one, three points will be given. Asked to prove it is a particular type of triangle. Particular type of triangle means it can be isosceles or equilateral or right angle triangle or isosceles right angle triangle. There also. So 3 points means A, B, C are the points. We need to find out A, B, B, C, C, A, just like collinearity. 3 distances. If you find any two sides equal in this, it is isosceles triangle. If you find all the 3 equal, then it is equilateral triangle. Then how to check whether it is right angle triangle or not? Pythagoras theorem application. You will find one side is bigger than this. That side square you take. Suppose I say BC is the greater side in this. BC square. If this is equal to AB square plus EA square, then it will be satisfied. Then it is a right angle triangle. Right angle isosceles means it must be satisfied and two sides must be equal. Then we say that it is an isosceles right angle triangle. Okay, next, if 4 points are given, P, Q, R, S, 4 points are given, prove that it is a parallelogram. Prove that it is a parallelogram. So we will find out the sides PQ, QR, RS, and PS. 4 sides. In this, we will find that opposite sides are equal. If opposite sides are equal, it is a parallelogram. Fail khatam. But a sentence will be added there. Prove that it is not rectangle. Parallelogram becomes a rectangle if diagonals are equal. That means we need to show diagonals are not equal. What are the diagonals? PR and QS. These are the diagonals. If these two are not equal, it remains a parallelogram only. If these two are equal, It will become a rectangle. Similarly, in case of rhombus and square also, same way. So finally, you are using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times only the distance formula in case of a quadrilateral. Okay, and if area is asked for a rhombus, the formula is half d1 d2. These are the diagonals. That means diagonals we need to find out. If the area of square is asked, it is side square. Rectangle L into B. We are already found the length and breadth in that. Okay, and these are the points when do we use the distance formula. Coming to section. Coming to section, you will find the ratio in the question. Are asked to find the ratio, you need to find the ratio. Or if you find the word trisection, we have a textbook problem also. What is a trisection? If a line segment is divided into three equal parts, is called trisection. If you look at, you are finding these coordinates. This point is dividing this line segment, complete line segment, first into one part and then into two parts. So it is 1:2. The what other point is doing? First it is dividing into two parts and then one part, 2:1. That means if trisection word is there, you will be getting two answers. One is the coordinates of this point, and the other answer is coordinates of third point. If it is asked to find the centroid, clear picture. Centroid word will be used. Or another way of asking is point of intersection of median. Same, both are same. Then we use centroid formula. Then midpoint. Sometimes midpoint word may not be there. In ABC triangle, AD is the median. You will be given ABC coordinates, all these. And the question is, find the length of median AD. To find the length of median AD, we need the coordinates of D. How to find coordinates of D? By the definition of median. What median says? Line segment joining midpoint to opposite vertex. So it's a midpoint. In the question it is not used the midpoint word, but now we need to find out. Midpoint of BC. X1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. After getting this midpoint, then use again distance formula. So these are few points in coordinate geometry. And coming to next chapter is trigonometry. Trigonometry, first thing is ratios we need to understand. The definition of ratios. Without ratios, we cannot go ahead. We cannot have even one step further. The definition of sine, cos, tan, all those six ratios. And then the relation among all these. Relation among all these that you can remember using this figure hexagon, we call it as super hexagon. These are the diagonals. There are six vertices. We'll give one ratio to one vertex. That is starting somewhere you start. It need not be the same point. Tan, sine, cos, cot, cosec, and sec. Here, diagonals represent the reciprocals. Cos is the reciprocal of secant, or secant is the reciprocal of cos. Similarly, sine and cosecant, tan and cot. One more objective question is, the product of sine and cosecant is 1. Product of tan and cot is 1. Similarly, cos and secant also 1. Or, question may be asked, what is the product of all the six ratios? That also equal to 1 only, 1 into 1 into 1. 1. So, one result you got it. Next, the relations, how do we get tan? If you move in a clockwise direction, sine by cos. Cos, cot by cosecant. cosecant, secant by tan. Similarly, in the reverse order also. All these must be on your fingertips. Then only we can easily do the identity trigonometric identities. Okay. Next, finding the values, the ratios at different angles. That also using finger it is easy. Or if you feel table is easy, you can do it. Finger is, see, the back of your hand should be towards your face, and start with the smaller, because we always call it as a little finger, no? The smallest value we are finding is 0. This is 0. Next, go on in the sitting order. This is 30. Ring finger is 30. And middle finger is 45. Pointed finger is 60. And thumb is 90. Because this is a very much useful finger. That's why we are giving a bigger value to the thumb. Without thumb, we cannot work anything. Okay. And for sign, remember only this. Square root of number of right side fingers by 2. If you use this formula, we can find out all sign values. For example, if I want to find sign 30, this is sign 60. This is a 60 pointed finger. Sin 60 is equal to number of right side fingers. Right side fingers, how many are there to my pointed finger? 3. Root of 3 divided by 2. Look at the table. Sin 30 is equal, sin 60 is equal to root 3 by 2. If you want to find sin 90, just need not write anywhere. This is 90. Right side fingers? 4. Root 4 divided by 2. You can guess what for this is for sine. For cos, just change the direction. Instead of right, take left, you will get all cos values. These two are basic ratios. If you know cos and the sine, we can find out any other ratio. Two are reciprocals of this. Tan is sine by cos, cot is cos by sine. You will get those values also directly. Okay, applications I told you, figure is very important. Without figure, you will not be given marks. Right? And in areas related to circles and surface area volumes, formula is very important. And here I want to say an important point in surface area volume is again a confusion. What surface area, whether it is total surface area or lateral surface area or curved surface area. Here use logic. Or surface area, we can note down also this point. Surface area means to be painted. To be painted. Whatever faces we see for a solid, there will paint it. That area we will find out. See, I'll show you one two models here. See this. This is a cylinder. A cylinder is surmounted by a cone. Cone like this. The question is, find the total surface area of the solid. Find the total area of the solid. Here, we need to use our common sense, not simply the formula. What common sense we need to use? What did I say? It is to be painted or it is to be wrapped with a color paper. Where do we wrap it? Here on cone outside. That we call it as CSE of cone. And then we'll wrap outside the cylinder. That is CSE of cylinder. And we'll close the bottom also. Bottom is a circle. Why here find the total surface area word is used in the question? By seeing this word, we'll start writing the formula for cone like this. 2 pi r into r plus h for the cylinder. Total surface area formula. No, that is not correct. Here T is total. Total means sum of. We are adding all these surface areas, that is nothing but sum of. Suppose you are getting 3 subject marks, total of all those, that is sum of all 3 subjects is total. Sum of all surface areas is called total surface area. It does not mean that total surface area formula. Okay, so this is the formula. Suppose the cone is cut from a wooden solid like this. It is to be painted. Where do we paint? We'll paint outside the cylinder to pi r h. We'll paint at the bottom pi r square. And this part, even if it is cut off, we will not leave it as empty. We need paint for here also. That also will be painted. So see the interesting point in surface area, whether a solid is added here or cut like this, same amount of paint is used. So all this. But in volume, if something is added, definitely volume increases. If something is cut, volume will be decreased. Addition, subtraction, direct question. There is no confusion in volume, only doubt in surface area. Remember like this. Okay, suppose you are given a question in textbook also. I have a cone only, I don't have hemisphere. See, a hemisphere or cone is kept on the top of a cube like this. One question is, what is the maximum radius of the base of the cone? You will be given side of the cube. So side of the cube is same as diameter of the base of the cone. If it is a hemisphere, same. And now if you want to find the total surface area of this, first 1, 2, 3, 4 lateral surfaces plus bottom 5s square. And if you top, if it is a cone pi r l, if it is a hemisphere 2 pi r square, think that it is a hemisphere because you have something like that, 2 pi r square. Other than this, we need to paint even the corners. How to get the corners? From other side of square, cube minus circle. S square minus pi r square. Here I took out this one, see their impression. It is square minus circle will give you corner areas. So if you simplify this formula, 6x square plus pi r square. Even if hemisphere is cut from here, same formula. Then also corners of this to be painted. See here? So formula is important there. And coming to last, statistics, mean, mode, median. Especially in mean, learn the particular method like step deviation method. And I'm expecting missing frequency in median. So mean and median, both missing frequencies, practice them. And coming to probability, you have coins, dice, number cards, color balls or marbles, and then playing cards. Along with this, you have a calendar. Calendar in the sense, how many Sundays are there in a leap year? What is the probability of getting 53 Sundays in leap year? The answer is 2 by 7. If it is a non-leap year, 1 by 7. Now another question I'll tell you. What is the probability of getting 3 Sundays in December? Only month I am giving. Probability of getting 3 Sundays or Mondays or any day in the month of December. So how to solve that? How many days are there in December? 31. 31 days. And a month is considered as 4 weeks. 4 weeks is equal to 28 days. So there are 3 days left. These 3 days are last days of that month. Suppose if it starts with Monday, that is 29th day is Monday, 30th day is Tuesday, 31st day is Wednesday. This is one combination. If it starts with Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Next combination, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Next, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Next, Thursday we will not start here. If it is started with Thursday, then Friday, Saturday. Next, Friday. Friday means next is Saturday, then Sunday. Next, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. See, something is missed here. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, you should get Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Next, if it starts with Sunday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Right. These are 7 combinations. The question is probability of getting 5 Mondays, let us say 5 Mondays in December month. See, at how many places we are getting Monday? 1, 2. At 3 places we are getting Monday. So the favorable outcome is 3 and total outcomes are 3 by 7 if it is asked month wise. If it is a 30 days month, 2 by 7 will get. Okay, playing cards, go through, definitely you'll come across one playing card sum. That's it. So we'll end the class now. All the best to everyone. Write the examination very well and do not get anything other things to mind when you are solving a problem. Think that only that problem is there for me in the exam, not other 37. Answer it happily. Go to the next sum. Again, think yourself or say yourself like that only. This question only is given to me as in examination, no other question. Concentrate on that question only and write it very well. See, after writing 10 or 12 questions like this without wasting a single minute, you will have so much self-confidence, and definitely you will do other sums very well. In the beginning, I said, suppose if you come across 3 questions meant for above average students, which are twisted sums, after solving 35 questions with energy, that energy will be helpful to solve these 3 also. It means it gives you so much confidence. With that confidence only, though it is a twisted problem, definitely you'll get ideas. You can definitely solve it. Okay, that way, see time management and cool yourself and do not get anything other things to mind. Other things means not movies and all, even the sums also. Suppose you are answering 27th question, let us say. Do not think about the 30th question or 35th question, which is little twisted. No. Think that only 27th question is given to me. The all other questions are not meant for me, for some other people. Say yourself, definitely you'll do this sum very well. Like that, first solve all possible or best questions you feel. You will have so much confidence, so much energy, and your time will be saved. You will not have any kind of tension. If time is ahead, only 2 questions are left. Say cricket, 2 runs are needed, 10 balls are left. Get confident they hit. Same it is. Okay, all the best everyone. Write the examination very well, and paper is not going to be difficult. Remember that. And no paper will be set difficult. Okay, it depends on the time how we manage in the examination. That's it. All the best, all the very best. Thank you.